And it's time for our Monday Reboot segment. That's when I get to talk technology with Lewis Campbell from Synergy Computer Systems here in Farmington. He is joining me on our video link this morning. Good morning, Lewis.
Good morning.
Good to see you. Thanks for joining us this morning. And gosh, I guess some of the big news from last week had to be what happened to Mr. McAfee of the antivirus fame, right?
Yeah, and whatever you think about him, plus or minus, it's a sad day. I mean, you know, no reasonable person cheers when somebody passes away.
No.
A bit, kind of a surprise. You know, he was a little up there in years, but still kind of a surprise. You know, he passed away he was currently being held pending extradition to the United States for, you know, some issues with taxes, but
he was in Spain, right? He was being held in Spain.
In Spain, passed away in his cell in Barcelona. You know, had a colorful history. He founded McAfee, the McAfee, famous McAfee security antivirus company, and long ago sold it. And you know, then went off and did a lot of interesting things. Very, you know, outspoken personality. So, you know, regardless of how you feel about him one way or another, you know, his death and passing will be felt by a lot of people, leave a hole in, you know, in the industry and in, you know, public life.
True. But as you said, he had sold his company years ago, but they were still using the name, but he really didn't have any involvement in any of the day-to-day operations of the antivirus company. So
not for decades. Yeah.
Right. So, but still, just kind of strange and some would say mysterious. And as we learn more about what happened, it may maybe help answer some of those questions. But I know we've talked about it before on the show, so I don't wanted to mention that today. And what else is going on from the last week? What have you seen?
Well, something a little bit lighter and weirder, maybe, but interesting. So on the AI front, artificial intelligence, you know, we've talked a little bit about some of the more interesting, bizarre, and maybe sometimes controversial uses of AI. So Canon Technologies, we probably know Canon best for cameras and printers. They've rolled out new artificial intelligence cameras that, okay, get this, they use smile recognition.
Oh.
And what in this particular situation, they use smile recognition for their own offices to do this, to only allow happy employees back into their offices.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck with that, right?
Yeah. So back in 2020, they introduced intelligent IT, what they call an intelligent IT solution for their corporate offices that included 5 different functional modules. One of them is a smiley face access control. Based on a corporate culture of moving and always being, whatever that means, Canon has always advocated the concepts of laughing and big health and hopes to bring happiness and health to everyone in the post-epidemic era. So basically, they're doing that by basically saying, I don't know, and these are my words, not theirs, smile or else.
Right.
So it's interesting. It's hoping that this can let everyone relax and get healthy and create a more pleasant working atmosphere and improve efficiency. But to me, I would think that, you know, if you're going to be walking in knowing that a camera is going to say, you better be smiling or else you can't come in, you know, I don't know. But yeah,
sometimes
it is what it is.
The best laid plans, I guess, is what happens with that. But yeah, interesting. All right, and I got something for you because I know with your history working, you worked for Microsoft for a time. I don't think that's any big secret, right? It's okay to share. So let me think of that. Microsoft, the story late last week. Where am I getting this from? The Verge. Microsoft is bringing Android apps to Windows 11 using the Amazon App Store.
Yep.
That seems like there are all kinds of big players in that sentence, right? There's a lot going on there. And I guess this is an answer to Apple trying to get some of the Apple App Store apps working on their new iOS.
Yeah, and it's, you know, Microsoft's been going this way for a long time. I mean, but with the departure of the old guard, you know, with the departure of Steve Ballmer, really the last of the old guard, and the coming in of Satya Nadella and the whole re-emphasis. You know, Microsoft's emphasis used to be Windows everywhere, and with the rising of Satya Nadella, that emphasis changed to focus on cloud. The Windows Everywhere thing is part of the past, and they've really committed to their goal of embracing open source technologies and being cross-platform. So they've been embracing Android everywhere they can, and so being able to run Android apps on a Windows platform is not only key to that, it really actually will honestly help Windows, because they'll be able to run more apps on it. So not a big surprise here, but you're right, there's a lot of players involved in that, and if they can pull it off, it's
right.
It's just a coup for them.
Yeah. Right. Well, and I thought it was interesting that they were going to use the Amazon App Store, not their. I mean, Microsoft has a Microsoft Store, right, to download apps to your machine. I guess maybe they don't play well with Google. I don't know, with the Play Store to integrate that into Microsoft, so that probably wasn't an option. But it just seemed interesting to me that going in that direction.
Yeah. Well, it's again, it's another standard Microsoft technique. It's like, we'll find someone else to partner with us other than the person we're directly, competing with, so we can avoid the obvious, problems with that way to go. But again, like you said, that gives them other options besides their own store. Again, expand. And this really is also kind of a key thing. This is, again, a difference in the way Microsoft plays, as opposed also to the way Apple plays, because the way Apple plays is you do everything through us.
Right.
And
that's
long been something that people have criticized about Apple. Like, it's iTunes, Apple Play, Apple iStore or nothing.
Right. And they have some litigation problems because of that too in certain areas that have yet to be resolved. So yeah.
And Microsoft doesn't play that way. Microsoft's like, okay, we're going to find other stores so that we don't have to limit our customers. And Amazon's a good choice because, again, like you said, they don't have to depend on Google. They don't have to be, beholden to Google. But Amazon, Amazon's got a huge app store because of the Fire Stick and the Kindle, and you can get almost as many apps on the Amazon store as you can get through Google Play. So it's really a smart move.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Well, it sounds cool, and I think for a user standpoint, it sounds like it's another way to kind of blend the functionality of our phones and our PCs closer together.
Yep.
By using those same apps on both. So makes sense. Very good, Louis. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting us interrupt your day.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good week.
You too. Have a great week, everybody.
Thank you. That is Louis Campbell from Synergy Computer Systems, my guest here on our Monday Reboot segment on KSJE, Farmington.